How much longer will Jason Garrett be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys? That's the painful question every Cowboys fan and every person watching one single snap of NFL football is asking themselves. Let's go back in time to the 2010 season of Dallas Cowboys football, shall we? When then Cowboys offensive coordinator Jason Garrett took over for head coach Wade Phillips after he was given the axe after getting off to an abysmal 1-7 start to the season and was named interim head coach in his place. Now, as OC, JG led the Cowboys to becoming the second best offense in the entire league, which obviously made him a pretty damn sexy head coaching prospect. Hey, I, for one, was one of the first people to want that to happen. Guilty as charged right here. I mean, why wouldn't anyone have wanted that to happen? In our little 2010 football hearts, here's Jason Garrett with one of the best football brains and football minds with a football acumen that's off the charts. The dude is an Ivy League grad from Princeton, for God's sakes, okay? And he managed to pull some stuff out of his QB helmet as backup quarterback when he actually played for the Cowboys in the 90s. Shout out to you, 1994 Thanksgiving Day game versus the Packers, where JG led his team back for the comeback win, making that the fourth best moment in the history of good old Texas Stadium, RIP. Listen, I get it. I get why people wanted Red Jesus to take over, okay? But I digress. Back to why Jason Garrett is still in that head coaching seat for the Dallas Cowboys. Exactly. Why? What other job do you know of where you could, for the most part, be mediocre with maybe one or two anomaly flashes of success, and your boss would be like, cool, not only do we want to keep you around for this premier position of one of the most globally notable franchises, but hey, it's 2015 and we want to lock you in for 5 years at $30 million. $6 million a year for 0 Super Bowl wins still. And the coaches that are barely paid higher than you have at least sniffed the postseason every year, if not actually going to the Super Bowl. Want painful pudding truth and booger-eating football stat numbers? Well, here you go. I'll even give JG the 5-3 record he inked his first half season as interim head coach. Okay, I'll give him that since it wasn't even a full season. You got that one, JG. But 2011, 8-8. 2012, 8-8. 2013, oh, wouldn't you know, here we go again, 8-8. Do you see a pattern here? Oh, until 2014, we're looking at 12-4, then 4-12 in 2015. Then lightning in a bottle. Unicorn quarterback Dak Prescott shows up. Where'd this guy come from? He takes over, and in 2016, under JG, the Dallas football Cowboys are 13-3, and the entire city of Dallas is planning Super Bowl parade routes. True story. I live in Dallas. It happened. Then 2017 happens, and JG's team goes 9-7, and in 2018, the Cowboys managed to go 10-6 and make it to the postseason after sitting at 3-5 in Week 9 of the regular season. There's literally nothing Jason Garrett can do to lose his job as head coach so long as Jerry Jones is the one in charge of it all. Like, we could all find out that Jason Garrett has like bodies buried under his house somewhere, and Jerry would still be like, no, there's no better coach to represent the Dallas Cowboys. He's my guy. Jason Garrett is still the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. The fact that JG didn't get a contract extension and is in the final year of his deal still doesn't sway us, the jaded, the ones who painfully lived through some of those awful Cowboy seasons. And while some people still want to live in that fantasy world of Jerry maybe moving on from Jason Garrett, don't get too excited. To quote Jerry, he says, I do my best work without a net. I really do. I'm better with a little risk involved. In essence, there's a little bit of no net here. He's not in danger of having any issue with his credibility with his players or anybody else. It is well known the support I have for him. Hopefully that can come together. We can get him a Super Bowl, and he'll be maybe the longest tenured coach in the history of the Cowboys. We get him a Super Bowl? Yeah, so there you have it, folks. There's your answer. It doesn't matter what you or I think should happen from our living room couches, playing futon quarterback while yelling at our TV screens through our beer and pizza-induced outbursts. It looks like one more season of Jason Garrett. Conservative, vanilla, predictable, callable coaching style. And you don't have to even be Tony Romo to foresee what happens with that.